Good evening. I'm Benny G, and welcome to another episode of The Spin Special Tuesday edition. Want to thank everybody for the wonderful birthday messages I got over the weekend. This week and every week, The Spin is sponsored by our fabulous sponsors, and that's Grooves Records in San Francisco, and of course, the world-renowned What's Left Records in Colorado Springs. As always, my co-host just back, fresh from a trip touring in Nebraska, and can't wait to hear all about it. My man Greno. Greno, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great, Vinny, and man, I'm glad you had an awesome birthday. It's well deserved, my man. I know you had some great adventures, and lots of people reached out, as they should, because you're a wonderful dude. And yeah, I'm glad it went well. Man, I am super stoked for tonight, man. One of my guys, one of my drummer brothers on the show tonight, Mr. Mark Warm. And Mark, I've known him for a couple years now. Just a quick intro. A fantastic drummer, human being, music composer, one of my favorite experimental music people. Some people like to use the term noise. I like experimental because it covers a much wider gamut, and that's what this guy's about. He's a great musician. And Mark, welcome to the show, my man. How are you?
Good. Thanks y'all for having me. Happy belated Vinny.
Thank you,
happy
Mark.
to hear your birthday went good. Yeah, no, having a good Tuesday night, just unwinding for the evening, So yeah.
It does sound very peaceful where you're at right now, Mark. So yeah, that's great to hear.
Yeah, it's
right.
I work in like a warehouse, like doing like screen printing stuff, so it gets pretty loud. I usually have headphones in all day, but it's still pretty loud. So I come home, it's pretty quiet during the week normally when I get home.
That's good.
Well, Mark, as Greno and I are well aware of, sometimes you get the best echoes in warehouses. So props to you, my man.
Yeah, it's true.
Absolutely. Man, Mark, it's great to have you on. And, Mark's doing a lot of different projects always. He's got the MPW, he's got Dead Hawk, he's got now a band, Castration Pact. It was a single man project, which was outstanding. And now it's growing and getting better. And we'll get into all that. But as Vinny, we always like to start with some roots, man. Like, first song remembered on the radio, or first musical memory, it be anything. Yeah, well, let's delve into that a little bit, my man.
Okay. First memory of like a song I heard on the radio. So like I grew up in like rural northeast Iowa, so like corn country and stuff. My mom listened to a lot of like Shania Twain and Reba McEntire and all that kind of like Brooks and Dunn, that whole gamut of stuff. And I mean, I feel like I don't know. Yeah, it probably would be something like that, but I feel like when I was younger, I definitely connected with like movie scores and songs I heard in movies a lot more than I did in the radio. And I feel like that has definitely made sense and translated over into a lot of the stuff that I do now. It's just like a passion for like sounds and movies. So like I remember vividly watching Big Trouble in Little China and just falling in love with John Carpenter, just like the music that he did for that movie, and it just like stuck with me for so long. But so yeah, I feel like over the radio that was more what I like. I feel like that's what made me click, because Glenn knows me. I'm not like a CMT country guy.
Not by any means, no.
Boy, are we relieved to hear that, because 30 minutes of breaking down Garth Brooks's latest album is, I'd rather watch the paint dry personally. But Mark, that's great. Kind of the Midwest feel, Greno, which is something I can identify with for sure. Very interesting as well that the artist he picked through his mother and what was being played, the atmosphere, very second stage country with no detrimental words added to that, but kind of the second wave, if you will. And very interesting that he mentioned a lot of female artists as well, which was the other thing that was very different in that era. I'm really curious, what was the bridge, Mark? I mean, those are two different satellites musically. And I get the big trouble in Little China, but what was it specifically that said, man, this is for me?
I feel like, I don't know. Where I was growing up, like the most like extreme kind of music would be like nu metal. It was the early 2000s, about the time that I was getting in middle school and high school. I'm 36 now, so I guess that dates me at that point. So like I feel like where I was at, like it was either you went that route and you were just into that world of country, which I will just say is just like whatever wave like Kitty Wells and Loretta Lynn and all that stuff is, that stuff's great. I would recommend that to anybody, and I do listen to that stuff more than this stuff that my mom did. I mean, obviously, there's some of it like nostalgic and stuff, but like, no, I feel like I feel like it was like nu metal, like Slipknot and Korn and all those kinds of bands and stuff that like kind of like triggered an interest in playing music and like getting into it. But then it just got to a point where I didn't want to stop looking into music. I wanted to just see what was out there. Like I just wanted to like fully embrace everything I could, just so I can make like, I don't know. I don't like genres, like obviously have a place where like you can categorize things and stuff and it kind of makes sense. But like just looking at music as the whole spectrum and stuff and being able to just explore the whole thing without the restraint of that was more so just like that kind of like, oh, I don't have to just listen to the radio. I don't have to just listen to what my parents are playing. Like it was right when the internet started up. Like I had LimeWire and a bunch of like BearShare and Kazaa and all that stuff. Yeah, and I would just download music constantly, and it would just be like the little tags in the corner, and I would just like, oh, grindcore, click that, download as much of the stuff off of that as possible. It's just like, oh, like punk rock and stuff, like, you know, like just going through it. And then I think I was also like at that right age for like MySpace, like that. I feel like that's what started me into like the experimental, like, and looking into like noise and drone music and stuff. Like I just remember finding this project called the Breakdancing Ronald Reagan, and it's just like a harsh noise project, but like it was really funny. It was like My Chemical Romance covers, but like you would click on it and it was just blown out harsh noise. It was great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So fascinating, Glenn. Really, if you think about what Mark just said, because we've been doing this show for upwards of 7 seasons, 90 some odd guests. Mark was the first person, to my recollection, to really say the internet was my conduit to the music that opened my eyes, my heart, my soul, which is really fascinating to me. I mean, huzzah, right? We don't remember
totally.
These things, but
I guess it means we've had a bunch of old farts on this show.
Either that or people who maybe, either that or people who didn't live in Iowa and maybe had no other access. So the other thing I wanted to say, Mark, was congratulations. Not everybody is looking for the source.
No.
So my hat is off to you.
It's that's what I was gonna say. It's just like I feel like I grabbed onto that because that was the most attainable thing in my vicinity. Like I for the first 15 years of my life, I grew up in the country. Like there was like four like trees behind me and corn across, and then like cows and everything all around, like farming and stuff. So
Yeah.
I lived like an hour away from like the closest city that had a venue that like anything remotely cool or whatever would come to. So yeah, the internet was it. Like I know I look back at like especially with like noise and stuff. There's a lot of like tape culture from the '90s I look back at, and just like different magazines, like was it Banana Fish? I think that was the name of it. I can't remember. But there's like a bunch of different like just all that stuff where like people were just communicating through the mail and like just sending tapes back and forth and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I always looked at that as just like, oh, I wish I could have come up through that. Like the FOMO of it, you know? It's just like, oh, I wish I could have just gotten a stockpile of random fucking tapes from like, people in like Japan or like over in Europe or something, and just like did trades. And I mean, like that's doable now, but I feel like with the internet, it's not as common. But but yeah, the internet. I'm definitely of that age. So
No, it's a fantastic answer, like Vinny said. And then the one thing I've always loved about Mark since I've known him is curiosity about music. You know, we've had so many interesting conversations about music we like, music we don't like, music we understand, music we don't understand, just the whole gamut of it. And you know, when I met Mark, he was the first person that I saw perform noise music slash experimental on a show at What's Left Records in our old establishment, little tiny clubhouse, as I used to call it. But to see people doing that kind of music and like, you know, always that was something always I enjoyed to do and improvising with friends and things like that since I started playing music, you know, I was back even in the 80s with like people like Eric Cullen and Rob Abramson, people like that. So when I met him, it was like, wow, there's people doing this. And then he's curating shows and like putting together like cool projects, cool bands. And then, you know, years later, you know, flash to now, it's like we have Shutter and Strum, which shout out to Brian Tryon. We love you, Bry. And you know, What's Left Records, places that we can do these shows. And Mark's done so many amazing shows, and I'm just a huge fan of his music. And although noise is part of what he does, I like to call it experimental myself because again, it covers a much wider gamut. You put like noise or something sometimes on a flyer on a description of music and it doesn't always, I mean, it's definitely a thing and like amazing part of experimental music. I'm not dismissing noise, but again, what Mark is able to do, I mean, he's talking about tying in cinematic stuff and so many other aspects of music, and it's man to see his one man castration pack show, incredible. He just goes nuts on the drums. He's also doing a vocal thing, and he's got also effects and other noise things going on. It's the most intense thing that you can see one person do. And it's like, and I got to see, I don't know, 5, 6 shows, Mark, like over the last couple of years. What a gift, my brother. Like, how did that coalesce to just to start to think about to do something like that on your own?
uh so I lived in Grand Rapids, Michigan for a couple of years. I lived in Southwest Michigan. It was probably like 6 or 7 years before I moved out here. Um, and my buddy Monty, uh, we started a collective called Lackluster, which is still active. It's just obviously I'm in Colorado and he's in Michigan, so um, Castration Pact originally started as a means for me to do what we were kind of doing, but with just it being its own thing. Kind of like if I can't do something, like if Monty can't make it or I can't go out there and stuff and I have to play, I'm just gonna do this. and that's kind of how it started. And then it kind of slowly morphed into like what it ended up being towards the end of me like doing like the solo stuff. I don't know. I feel like I didn't I didn't enjoy playing live with it as much. I feel like it didn't register correctly in that setting with that me being by myself. I feel like it was um it was definitely I found more joy in it when it was just in the studio, like recording at home. Like I feel like I was in a different mindset where I was actually able to kind of like flow and create something that I liked. Um, so then it just kind of got to a point where like I also just was like I missed playing music with people. I hadn't been in a band with anybody. I think the last, like, aside from Lackluster, like the last band I was in, I I think that was we broke up in 2018, 2017. So I hadn't been in a band with anybody for a long time. So I always kind of wanted Castration Pact to shift into that, and I'm very grateful that I found a bunch of guys in the area that are amazing, wonderful
Yes, they are.
people that are just also as weird as I am in certain ways to make it work. And it's because it is definitely, I feel like if it's definitely a project that has to it has to marinate for a really long time before we fully like create something that I feel like is gonna be be solid. But it's I don't know. It's again, it's one of those things where it's just like the more we practice, the more we like kind of figure things out. Like each time we get together, it's just like it's getting to this point where it's just like right on the edge of like getting the whole thing figured out. Like, and it's exciting because I haven't had that experience writing music with another group of people in a long time. Like, even the band I was in before and stuff. God, that was almost 10 years ago. uh, but yeah, like even that band and stuff. Like I feel like it was like the thing that killed it and made me not want to be in music and stuff. It's just the ego-driven people that you get in bands with sometimes. Like I fucking hate that stuff. Like I'm just trying to have fun. I'm just trying to create something that I enjoy and feel good about, and that if anybody else likes it, that's fine. If they don't like it, that's great. Like it's so like yeah, I'm just glad I found a good group of people that we're
Yeah,
all on the same level. We're just having a good time.
you've definitely surrounded yourself with some awesome people, and also like an audio engineer like yourself that's in the band, Nick Pryor. Shout out to the boys, John Bueno, and
Yep,
Andrew
Andrew
Weathers as
Weathers.
well. I mean, yeah, everyone's doing engineering, like everyone records, engineers, produces, makes their own music as well. Man, it's a awesome ensemble. It's like I can't even explain, and I got to see it recently and it was really powerful. I can't wait to see it again. Yeah,
I think
wow.
yeah,
And I love what Mark said about, finding the right group of guys ego wise, which is paramount because, douchebaggery just doesn't make it in the independent business. Nobody's sticking $50 bills in our pockets or asking us about Madison Square Garden.
I
We're in
got
it
a
for other
dollar the other
reasons.
day.
We,
What was that, Vinny?
I said we're in it for other reasons.
Yeah.
So yeah, to find the right group of guys, certainly a blessing. But that being said, I'm not too surprised you found them where you are, Mark, because that's a proving ground for great people and great musicians.
yeah, yeah. Colorado Springs is it yeah. This part of Colorado in general, I feel like this whole state has a lot of awesome stuff happening, and I feel like a lot of it often gets bypassed just because we're kind of out here in the middle of nothing. Like what Denver's like the farthest major metro from any other major metro in the country. So like we'll get like stuff coming through here, but like half the time you got to fly out. So this is not just a drive-through kind of thing. So like
True.
I feel like this state and specifically this area has like a plethora of fucking incredible musicians and artists of all different types that people should come check out.
Indeed.
It's true. So true. And on that note, too, let's talk a little bit about this weekend. There's a show coming up on Friday at What's Left Records. Take it away.
Oh, so this Friday, May 1st, May Day, you know, fight the power, labor union, especially with how this country is going. Definitely be supporting May Day stuff. There is it's like an experimental showcase. It's like 13 acts. We'll be starting right at 7 o'clock and going until about midnight. Just different types of sounds. Like we got a couple folks from up in Denver coming up. Got a buddy from down in New Mexico, Albuquerque's coming up to play. Here, I wish I had the list in front of me because I'm worried if I leave this browser, I'm not gonna be able to it's gonna mess the video up or something. But a couple of the acts that are playing, we got the Seaward Weathers and Langford trio set. Andrew Weathers, who's also in Castration Pact, him and I are the ones curating this event. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff. It's gonna be a mix of like electroacoustic music, drone music, power electronics and industrial, harsh noise. Your Greeno, your guest, your co-host right over here. He's gonna be a part of a set with me. So we gotta run through.
Very honored.
Before. Make sure it's gonna be fun.
And Brian Tryan too.
Are you going to be doing some kind of interpretive dance, Greno?
No, but
here's the poetry. I mean, what's going on?
Hey, close enough. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do vocals because Mark remembers last time Mind Eraser played. It was our CD release, and I think Melina was on drums towards the end. I ended up started doing all these vocals with effects and stuff, and I'm like, wow, I think I'm just going to do that. And I kind of consulted with Brian Tryan, who's joining us as well on this, and he's like, yeah, dude, you should do that. And I remember Mark liked what I did that night, so I always take those mental notes when my friends are complimentary.
And I'm playing a wheelbarrow, so it should go well. It should be fine. Should be a good night of
a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, I'm playing a wheelbarrow. I have a wheelbarrow in my back garage that is full of broken appliances and shit that I have just collected over the last 6 months. So I'm gonna play that.
Oh man, it's gonna be awesome.
If you bring a blender, you can make smoothies for the crowd at the same time, right?
I have
Mark, can I ask you one question? You did mention you spent some time in Michigan. Industrial music is actually has quite a rich history from that area when you think about bands like the Stooges and the MC5 and so forth. And then you combine it with the hip hop element that was also obviously very big in Detroit. Right. How much of that did you bring with you to Colorado Springs? That's something I'm real curious about.
So I don't know. I feel like when I was in Grand Rapids, it was a lot more harsh noise. there's a really rich, just very solid crew of people that have been doing like that type of noise music in that area for a good while now. Uh, it's I feel like I connected with that so much. Like I came from like a hardcore and metal world. So once I found that and like really kind of understood it and started doing it myself, I feel like that's more so what I brought to Colorado. Like, I mean, I love industrial and hip hop, don't get me wrong and stuff, but like when I would go to Detroit, it would be like I was friends with all like the mm, I guess they would say mathcore guys, like all the grindcore, like super technical progressive metal and fast, that kind of stuff. Like I connected with that a lot before I found the more experimental side of things. But yeah, so I guess it's from yeah, I guess if I grew up in Detroit, I probably would have had more of that tie-in because like there are some things and stuff like some local artists and stuff from there that I remember from back in the day and stuff that I really enjoy. Uh, like Wolf Eyes, like they're a great group that's from that area. I guess like Ann Arbor, Lansing. Uh, but yeah, I feel like that world was that's more so what I got into. Like I never had like I know they're not from that area or anything. Not 100% familiar, but like Skinny Puppy and Ministry and all that. Like
Uh-huh.
I never had a connection with a lot of that stuff when I was growing
Hmm.
up. So like at this point, it's more so just like I feel like I just fell in love with the sonic embrace of harsh noise when you see it live at full volume and it just like grabs your whole body and shakes it. Like you can just feel it. Like I guess that's the thing that I love is that you can just feel it. And when you feel it and it's right, it's so damn good. So I guess that's more so what I'm trying to bring to Colorado. But not everybody has big PA systems. So it's hard. Like people get scared when you're like, oh, I do harsh noises. Like, I'm going to make sure that this PA is set to half. Like, I don't want my shit blowing up. And, it's like, and I get it. But,
Classic.
Mark, in the event that they give you any trouble, you've got the wheelbarrow. So,
that's
know.
true. Well, Nick's doing sound. He knows what to do. So
Yeah.
it's yeah. If Vinny, have you ever been through Colorado Springs and checked out the shop at all?
Oh yeah, he was at the festival.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you looked familiar. It's like I was so busy
Yeah.
just running around that night.
Yeah, the really old dude that everyone was asking is he lost? That was me,
that was
Mark.
Rick.
Y'all played a show the night before or something, or Prac jammed over in Shutter, right?
Yeah, we had the Skinny
That's the
Mulligans,
one.
yep, with our buddy
Okay.
Rick.
Yep.
And
It's all
TJ
coming together now.
and Colin and everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah. So we told, oh, Nikki. Hi, Nikki. Love you. We'll get you on. Definitely. This was kind of an impromptu night. Oh, and Brian Tryon. Let's see. We want to show some love, Vinny, for you.
Thank you, Brian.
Yes. And then he's got another one, of course.
Yeah, I am just playing a wheelblower full of shit. You know, I
love it, Mark. So great.
Also,
Nikki, we love you. Join us tomorrow, Nikki, if you can. All right. Go ahead. Sorry, guys. Was that it?
huh?
I mean, aside from the obvious closer, Greno, Mark, we always like to give our guests a couple minutes for what we call the shout out. That could be saying hi to some friends or relatives, loved ones, talking about your message, anything that you want to pass on to our vast spin audience. The floor is yours, Mark.
I guess hey to all my friends and family. Shout out to Cody forever.
It's the best.
Cody's my dog. He's just sitting down
Love
here in the
him.
dark. Oh,
Mhm.
he
Right.
didn't like that I touched him.
He's such
He
a
was
good
not
boy.
happy about that. But yeah, shout out to everybody going through hard times right now, and like,
Beautiful.
don't forget that tomorrow's gonna be a better day, and regardless how shitty today was, don't let it ruin your life.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, shit.
What
Words
a
to live by, Greno. Words to live by.
great way to cap off a beautiful evening with my buddy Mark Warham. So yeah, you guys show up on Friday to this thing at What's Left Records. It's going to be really unique and awesome. A lot of these events are right next door at Shutter and Strum, and which is always amazing and just very intimate. This is a chance for more people to show up and get rowdy during this stuff with the harsh noise and ambient drone wheelbarrow stuff. Like, dude, what? Mark's the best. I just want to say, like, these people that I've been and made friends with over the last few years, Vinny, as you know, it's life changing. And just the fun continues. It's so awesome. And Mark, thank you so much for spending your evening with us. And Cody, we got a Cody sighting. You know how big of a fan I am.
Oh yeah.
So, and Vinny, you're looking beautiful. In fact, Vinny, you're
Brother.
looking so good that let's do it again tomorrow night.
By all means, Greno. We'll see you tomorrow. Who do we got?
It's Alex Koshak, and Alex has a show on Saturday. So we're really like mainlining these spin shows with the timely essence of shows coming up. And so yeah, Mark on Friday night, check it out. And then Alex will be playing at Vultures on Saturday with his band Charioteer. So look forward to and it's drummers nights because Alex is a hell of a drummer too, just like my man Mark. So we're gonna keep that theme alive tomorrow. Again, Mark, thanks for your time. Vinny, you're
Thank you.
beautiful. I'm glad that you made it to another year. Up to what?
Thank you,
30,
Greno.
35 now? So,
Yes, absolutely. I was I was born on a leap year. Thank
there it
you,
is. Look at that.
guys. I don't know where he finds this stuff, but
What's that? Our sponsor. That's where I find
his
it.
sponsor. There you go.
That's
The
where
great
magic
What's Left
is,
Record.
baby. And
Tell
yeah,
him Roger Hornsby sent you.
exactly. And yeah, just a quick shout out to the city of Lincoln, Nebraska. I actually met a
Absolutely.
fellow Poway person out there. Yeah, this kid
No
Jacob,
kidding.
he opened the show. And then he played with his band called Pilot Light. Great kid. Went to Twin Peaks too, like small world. Same middle school as me. 25 years later, of course. And yeah, Twin Peaks is also a special, has other special significance to folks.
Here's to
But
the
yeah,
sixth floor.
Oh yeah.
dude, it was great.
Lincoln,
And like, yeah, shout out to that town.
Lincoln, Nebraska's got a good Casey's general store. If you like some gas station pizza.
See, there you go. Pretty cool record stores. Went to a couple shops, and yeah, shout out to my bandmates. Amber Jean had a really fun time. Can't wait to go back and played with some really great bands. This one band, Copacetic from Omaha. They headlighted the night, kind of like a unwound Fugazi, like Mets vibe. Really sick, super sick. So, man, thank you for that moment. And gosh, we love you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. If you didn't catch the show, you can always check it on Technicolor Dreams YouTube channel. It's always there. So just freaking subscribe already, you nerds. All right.
Do it.
Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow, 9:00 Mountain Time. Peace out. Be good to yourselves.
See ya.
Great.